Welcome to the Edog Pseudo podcast. I'm your host, Elijah Davis, here with
Jay Romelus.
And we got something really interesting for you, so let's get into it. So today we're going to be talking about Oregon Ducks, the Oregon Ducks, history, all the players, not all of them, but, some of the best ones who we think should be on. We're going to create like our own teams. Our teams will probably look different because, different people, different opinions, different players. But first I wanted to ask, how are you doing?
Honestly, I'm actually good. After this whole entire thing, it's been kind of hard to get into good spirits, but luckily I have a good, support group around me and having teachers actually care about me. So it's been a journey to be where I am now, and I'm glad that everything's okay now. So
yeah, no, that's really good to hear. It's really great to have you. I know I said this the other day, but it's really great to have you back in class.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I do.
Just having you there, I don't know, you just bring something, and you're so knowledgeable too.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
All right, well, I wanted to give you the floor a little bit. If you had to choose a head coach for your team, who would you choose?
Honestly, this might shock you. I'm going with the current Oregon Ducks coach,
Dan Lanning.
Because I don't know if you know this. I don't know if I've ever told you this. So my senior year, I had a coach who's actually best friends with Dan Lanning.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know him personally, but Dan Lanning is he was actually one of the coaches for, I believe, it was some school in our district.
Oh,
he was there too. So that's good that he was around there. So for my head coach, I'm taking Dan Lanning.
No, that makes sense. I'm actually with you there. There's so many good head coaches. You think what the Autzen Stadium Field's named after Rich Brooks back in the day. After him, you got Mike Bellotti, who probably has the best career at Oregon. Chip Kelly was really good. Chip Kelly. But I think just building a program and being able to, I think recruiting is that next step. Because before, Oregon wasn't really recruiting until Mario Cristobal comes in, and now we get these big, recruiting classes, these great recruiting classes. And so that's why I picked, I also picked Dan Lanning. I think that he's doing a really good job at, keeping us at a competitive level. That's how I'd say it.
100%.
And actually, to move off of that, I picked my offensive coordinator as Chip Kelly because, he's legendary. But yeah, I know it's so fun to watch, and I think with Dan Lanning in there, we'd probably get more passing. And I think if we get the 5 stars with the coach that Chip Kelly that can build them up, and we've seen that with 1 stars, 2 stars. I think it'd be a really good offense.
Yeah, that's true. To be honest, I wouldn't say I'm that knowledgeable on the coordinators.
No, that's fine.
Sounds crazy, but
that's fine. Nick Aliotti, he coached from 1999 to 2013. Really good defenses, national championship, 2010 with Auburn, and that was a really good defense. But don't talk about that.
I'm just gonna trauma just hearing Auburn.
Yeah, no, they're not doing good anymore. Yeah, that's what matters.
I'm glad.
But Nick Aliotti was really the guy. I mean, I think we got some really good coaches. But let's move into quarterbacks. So
this is gonna be hard.
This is a hard one, but we get to pick 2.
We can pick 2.
Yeah, a starter and a backup.
Okay. Who do you want to go first?
You can go first. I've been talking for a while.
So if we're going to be honest, we're going to go with the greatest Oregon quarterback of all time, Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota. He changed the game. Changed the game. I remember he was my version of RG3. Just watching him, it seemed like backyard football,
Yeah.
And the fact that he could honestly do everything you needed him to. He's so fast. That's my QB1, but I'll let you go QB1.
QB1, QB2. I think that for me, there's only 2 answers. I bring this up because I got to do a quick comparison. I think Bo Nix has the best deep ball of better out of those 2. Because I think that if we're going quarterbacks, it has to be Bo Nix and Mariota. That's how I'm doing it. But I think that Mariota's number 1. And the reason why is because it goes beyond just the statistics. It goes beyond just the play, which Bo Nix was really great, really good. And he did a lot of things his completion percentage and downfield ball was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of total yardage and total touchdowns, Mariota still had more because he ran the ball and he was so good at that.
So good.
He
Yep.
was so fast.
Mhm.
I mean, I remember this was in the Rose Bowl against Florida State, and it was 4th down and 2, and it's a speed option
Mhm.
to the, I think it's to the weak side, and he just blazes off, and the commentator's like, and Mariota's a green blur to the end zone, and
Mhm.
I mean, that aspect of, and Bo Nix could run too, but that aspect that you can add to an offense.
Yeah. My second one, I'm gonna have to go with Justin Herbert.
Ooh, Justin Herbert. Okay.
I'm gonna explain why.
Yeah, do it. I'll that.
When you think of a pretty throw,
Mm.
Justin Herbert has it. Like, he has one of the best throwing motions for QB, and it's just the way that it comes out of his hand. And it reminds me of a person doing javelin. Like, it's a javelin type of throw. He, like, it's here and then throws it, and it's like always a tight spiral. And this time at Oregon, even though like I wouldn't consider it as memorable as Bo Nix or a,
He was underused by Cristobal.
that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just the way the ball came out of his hands
Mm-hmm.
to a target wide receiver, it was always in stride.
Thing with Justin Herbert, he had such a strong arm, probably the strongest arm out of any quarterback that played at Oregon. He could just throw it downfield.
70 yards. Yep.
Yeah, if you need him to throw the ball,
Yep.
he'd throw it. And you think Bo Nix, he had some really great
He
receivers
did.
and tight end options,
Yep.
and Herbert had some good ones,
Yep.
but they weren't as good as what Nix and Mariota had. So you know, that's a big thing. So I think now we can move into running backs. Now we got quarterbacks established.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man,
Actually, I have my number one already.
Oh, okay. Who's your number one?
Michael James. And this is crazy because you're probably thinking, why not the other guy? When he was on the field, for such a small guy, it felt like he just bounced off of everybody that was trying to tackle him. And it was a 1-2 punch with the other running back. Here's another reason why I have him as my running back one. I don't know if you remember this game called NCAA.
Oh, I play that. I play that.
Dude.
All the time.
Dude, I remember I would always do Oregon versus USC.
Mm.
And this was the time when NIL wasn't even a thing, so nobody had like their jersey numbers on there.
Yeah.
So it'd say number 23.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I'm a pass rate type of guy when I play the
for
game.
Sure.
Like, I'm always trying to pass. But when I had Michael James and then that Anthony Thomas, you know what I'm saying?
Anthony Thomas.
I was like, dude, I think I'm going to run the ball, and so I did. And so it's just, for my running back one, I'm going with Michael James. So about you?
I agree with you, actually.
Mhm.
He was third, I believe, in Heisman voting that final year. For his 3 seasons at Oregon, he never rushed for under 1,500 yards.
I did not know that. That's actually insane.
Yeah. I mean, that is just crazy. He's number 2 in career rushing yardage. He's number 2 in touchdowns, and he's number 1 in yards per carry. He's got 7.3 yards per carry in, I think in his season, and he's got the most touchdowns in a single season with 21 rushing touchdowns by a running back, and that was in 2010.
Yeah.
So I absolutely agree with you. I guess I'll go with my second guy now.
Go ahead.
Royce Freeman. I think.
I don't disagree.
I don't disagree. I think I know. I think I know who you're thinking of. Royce Freeman. He was really good. I mean, coming in as a freshman, he had like 1,300 rushing yards, and then he had like 1,800 rushing yards in his last season, which was 1,836, which is an Oregon record. He's the most touchdowns out of any running back with rushing. He's got 60. But, it's not just about longevity because he played for 4 years. LaMichael James only played for 3, and Kenyon Barner could also be in this because he's really good. But Royce Freeman was just, he could do a whole lot of things. He could catch the ball. And he was so big. It was really hard to take him down when you tried to hit him because he'd just run over you or he'd go around you. Yep. And he was really elusive too. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, that's not a bad pick. And I understand why you picked him. But for mine, for my number 2, I'm going to go Anthony Thomas. And
most electrifying player, probably.
Like, literally everybody talks about that kick return versus K-State.
K-State,
Dude,
yes.
that was insane.
That's one of the first football memories I have
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
Oregon football.
Everybody talks about like human joysticks as a player.
Mhm.
He was a human
He was
joystick.
the human joystick.
And,
He was so
excuse me,
fast.
he was.
He was so
And
fast.
the thing that like when I think about D'Anthony Thomas, there was this play. They were wearing like the yellow jerseys and black pants.
Mhm.
And the guy is trying to tackle him, but he's like in front of him. And D'Anthony Thomas starts zigzagging. And then he puts his hand up like this before he scores. And the guy is literally still trying to find him. I was like, literally, that might be the
Oh my
sickest
God.
play I've seen in college football from like just having the ball in your hand. Dude, this dude was just electrifying.
Yeah.
Really.
No, I agree. It's very interesting you brought him up because I figured you would. I didn't, this isn't an official position, but I kind of put down two flex players because I was like, I can't choose because you said he's like a wide receiver
Yep.
and a running back,
Yep.
and he was, like probably the best kick returner to
Mhm.
ever play for the Ducks.
Mhm.
I mean, I would say
Mhm.
I've seen some good ones, but not as
It's not-
good
it's not even close.
as not as good as him.
It's not even
He
close.
was so fast,
It's
and
not even close.
it's not just that he was fast; he had acceleration
Mhm.
and change of direction. Like you said, you just boom, 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 boom,
Yep.
and oh man, the Black Mamba,
The
man,
Black Mamba.
the Black Mamba.
Black Mamba.
So who was the other guy you were thinking of?
Verdell, man.
Oh, CJ Verdell. Okay,
Verdell.
recent. Yeah,
Verdell.
yeah, he was really good.
But then you could also throw Bucky
Bucky
in
Irving.
that
That's who this
combo
jersey
too.
is.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could.
Bucky Irving was good. And Oregon, like when you think of Oregon, you think of those running backs, the elusive,
Exactly.
or at least when you're thinking of like old school Oregon, because that was one of the things. And so there's so many good ones to choose from. So this would be definitely your wheelhouse because for those of you who don't know, Jay Rom here is a wide receiver on the Simpson Storm
Mhm.
football team.
Mhm.
So we're gonna talk about wide receivers. I need to hear what you're gonna say about this. Who's your wide receiver number one?
Okay, this might be a shocker as well. I'm going with Sammy Parker Jr.
Ooh,
I know that is. I know
Goldie.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Is it crazy?
I think it might be because with I would say the Marcus Mariota times, we had good wide receivers too. But the reason why I'm going with Sammy Parker, because one, he was my actual coach for 7-on-7 football.
What?
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, I didn't even know he played for Oregon until halfway through 7-on-7 season. Because
Wow.
he went the kind of same path Anthony Thomas went on. Went to
Mm.
Oregon, then went to Kansas City. And when he was in the Kansas City Chiefs, he did his thing too. But like, I would feel like whenever Sammy would literally get us in meetings, and he was talking about stuff to do with looking over the shoulder, putting your hands late. This is how you're supposed to do this certain route. I'd be like, this man is very knowledgeable, but I never knew where he played at.
Wow.
And then when he said Oregon, I'm like, there's no way. So I looked up his highlights. This dude is sick, and I was just like,
and
yeah,
he was
bro.
good for 4 straight years.
Yeah.
He didn't just have
Yeah.
1 year where he
Mhm.
popped off and that was it. No, he was really good
Mhm.
for 4 straight years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, it was really hard for me to choose a wide receiver.
Mhm.
I know I said we'll pick 1 and 2, and we'll probably do that. But there's like 6 guys that I was looking at that I would mention. I think I'm pretty good on my like 1 and 2 wide receivers, though. Maybe people would say this is a recency bias thing, but I think Troy Franklin. Um, I think he's had the best single season when you look at it as an Oregon Duck. He just did so well. He was a great deep threat going over, and when you would want a guy to come down with a 50-50 ball, Troy Franklin would come down with that ball.
Yeah.
And he was really great route runner. He was always reliable. I just think that he would be my number 1 choice.
Mhm.
But I mean, again, all these guys are like really close.
Yeah,
It was a really hard decision.
Yeah.
A number 2, Keontez Johnson, or for those who don't know, that's Tez Johnson.
Yeah.
And he only plays 2 seasons at Oregon, but he is like on the leaderboard. I think he's number 11th in career receiving yards. He's had a 1,000-yard season. Most Oregon receivers haven't done that. I think it's 3rd most receiving yards in a single season.
Yep.
Back-to-back 10 touchdown seasons. But he was just like electrifying. Watching that the Big Ten championship,
Mhm.
he was doing things, he's not the Anthony Thomas,
Yeah.
but like he was doing a lot of that weaving in and out,
Yeah.
and he was also so
Yeah.
fast, a great deep threat.
Yeah, and not even to mention, this man is really good at releases off the line.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I remember his whole Senior Bowl thing. Everybody was clowning him, talking about nobody's going to take that long in a route. I guess nobody knows what one-on-ones are, because with one-on-one drills, it's obviously how it sounds. It's one person versus another person. It's wide receiver versus DB, and he plays slot receiver too.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way he just would like maneuver his body position to sell like he's running one route and then go to the next route, like that is elite. When I looked up how to run different routes differently, like Tez Johnson was always up there. Same thing with like Jalen Noel and all those other guys. But I'm not gonna talk about anything but Oregon. So yeah,
Go Ducks.
Yeah, go Ducks. Oh, my wide receiver too.
Yeah. Oh, this is always interesting.
Oh, my wide receiver too.
I mean, Keenan Howery, he was really good around the time of Sammy Parker, Josh Huff, Jeff Mail. So many guys. Dylan Mitchell.
I think I'm gonna go more recent.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go with DeCorian Moore.
DeCorian Moore. Okay.
And here's the reason why.
Okay.
Because when you think about Oregon, you think about electrifying players that will go high on the draft board. And I feel like if he does, after he does another year, obviously, I feel like he could be top 15, top 10 pick. And
oh, yeah.
I really do think so. I think, obviously, Jeremiah Smith's a person on the other side is going to be picked up before him. But like, when I think of electrifying players like this season, he just makes everything look so effortless. Like, I remember it was one of the first games of the season. This dude hurdled somebody. As a receiver, you don't see that. You see running backs do that.
I know, running backs. Yeah. Sadiq does it.
Like, it is crazy, the whole offensive weapons that we have right now. But Moore, he just makes the game look so easy.
I think he will definitely be on top of this list by the time he's done. And like you said, I think he could be a first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
Still really early to tell, but I think he could be. He's got that skill set.
Yeah, he does.
He's really great. We'll move on to tight ends. Oregon's had a lot of good tight ends, but don't throw the ball to tight ends all the time. I think Terrence Ferguson is probably, he's got like most of the tight end single season records, and I'd say he's really good. But actually, this might be a weird pick to sound like, but I like Jacob Breeland. 2000, played with Justin Herbert. He was on track for like 900 yards and like 10 plus touchdowns in a season. Terrence Ferguson last year had 6 touchdowns, and Jacob Breeland had that in 6 games when playing. He was the top target before he got that injury. So, I don't know if he's the best skill-wise technically, but like I would definitely choose Jacob Breeland.
Yeah. This might not be the best player, but when I think about tight ends for Oregon, this is what I think about. And rest in peace to him as well, Spencer Webb. Webb, man, when he was out there, he would do his thing. And the thing is, for a target like himself, a jump ball, I would throw it if I was a QB, I'd throw it to him 100 times out of 100
2019
times.
Season opener with that jump ball.
So the thing is, obviously, he lost his life, and obviously that's really sad, and I'm glad that he has a son to carry his legacy. But when I think about tight ends from Oregon, I think about Spencer Webb.
Yeah. He was definitely cut too short. Yeah. Defensive tackles. We'll go to defensive side.
Oh, we're going defensive tackles.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I can't lie. I don't think I can name one.
Oh, all right. I'll go my number one easily. Haloti Ngata. He bench pressed like 495 pounds. That's like the second most an Oregon player has done. Oregon defensive lineman has done, like recorded wise.
That's insane.
I know, right? But this guy was like first team all conference like several times in Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. Goes to the NFL. He plays for the Ravens, and he spends his whole career there. I think he's like in contention to be a Hall of Famer in the NFL now. He's like one of 2 players on the Pac-12 All-Century team, the other one being Mariota. But I mean, he was electrifying, and he went to that Super Bowl with the Ravens when they won. The other guy that I have is DeForest Buckner.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know
DeForest
DeForest,
Buckner, just again, defensive player of the year. He was really good.
yeah.
So I'll also just go through the defensive ends.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it
Yeah,
all. Do it
yeah.
all.
I think that my first defensive end choice, again, you could just call me recency bias or whatnot, but Kayvon Thibodeau, like,
Oh, did I know all this stuff? I don't. Why am I acting like I don't know defensive line?
oh yeah,
Continue.
Kayvon Thibodeau. I mean, he was just, you put him on the
Yeah.
field and it was a difference.
Yeah.
He could move you with one hand. You'd be 350 pounds. He's moving you with one hand.
Exactly, and he played for our Giants.
Yes, he's playing for the Giants.
Yeah.
We're both Giants fans as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other one is Nick Reed. He played from 2005 2008. He has the most sacks in an Oregon Ducks season, and I think in a career as well. Yeah, 29.5 sacks in a career, and he was also super electric. So let's go on to linebacker a little bit. There's some really good linebackers.
I think for this one, you're gonna have to name the top 5 in your head, and I would have to see if I can remember their names. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was an offensive.
Yeah,
guy.
I think Oregon, a lot of times you think of the offensive guys. I got Troy Dye.
Oh, hell yeah, the Dye not twins, Dye brothers.
Yeah. Troy Dye. I mean, he led the team for 4 years in tackles, and he was the first Duck to ever do that. I mean, he was just so good. He was the team leader. If they had the communication in the helmets, the green dots, he would be that. I mean, he was so good. Another guy that I picked, this one is a little bit older. I mean, a lot older. But I was just looking at things, and I was like, I don't know how you could not include it. He leads the Ducks in tackles. He has 433 tackles in his career and 206 in a single season.
In a single season?
In a single season.
That's actually so crazy.
I know, right?
What?
It's Tom Graham. This is a long time ago. Again, 1969 to 1971.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, he had. This is
technically 69 through 71.
Yeah,
he did all that.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
I mean, he had 5 in that season, 5 games where he had 20 or more tackles. It's because stats are harder to keep from back in the day. It's not certain which games and how much, but it was reported that he had 41 tackles in one game in his last game.
In his last game, 41
tackles. I was seeing that as I was doing some research for this, and I was like, I don't know how I could not include him.
Yeah.
Just seeing that.
I mean, I think I can name 2 linebackers now I can think about it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. I think, obviously, now that I can put him in my brain, obviously, Troy Dye. And then the second one, I'm going Justin Flo.
Justin Flo?
Even though he didn't do his thing at Oregon, I would say based off of pure, when you think about a linebacker, you think someone that's a menace, someone that's going to knock your head off.
Did you see that picture of him flexing?
That's why, even watching his high school clips, that dude was insane. But like I said, when he came to college, he wasn't the same person, and obviously bounced around. When he was on the field, and you just straight up looked at him, he looked like he was like a pit bull that was about to knock your head off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and
for certain.
There's even a clip because I think he plays at Arizona now.
He plays at Arizona.
There's literally a clip where he's on special teams, and there's a song playing, and he starts hyping himself up, starts hitting his helmet and stuff. Dude, the ball's kicked. He runs down and knocks the dude over, full on over, then makes a tackle and starts banging his head. I'm like,
yeah,
this is a menace, and that's what I wish he would have been at Oregon.
At Oregon, yeah.
I
get that.
Yeah.
I think another guy to mention is Noah Sewell. He was really good for those couple of years. Yeah. I think it'd be a kind of a crime if I did not mention these guys. They're again a little bit older, early 90s. Ernest Jones had 13 sacks in a season. I mean, he was really good as an outside linebacker. And then Kevin Mitchell in 2000. 23 tackles for loss in a season. And I think he had 44 tackles for loss over his career. He was just really electrifying. So to move on, we got corners now. So some corners. Do you have any thoughts on these corners?
Yeah, honestly, I do know lots of Oregon corners in real life. Like,
You,
not know
oh,
them. So if you know anything about Oregon, to have number 8, like you really have to be like really good. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't hand that out to anybody.
yeah,
And they have a whole facility of Marcus Mariota
yeah.
at Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
So the last person to wear number 8 that's not current was Dante Manning. And Dante Manning,
That's true.
I know him because he went to a school called Raytown. And Raytown is in Missouri. And we faced him, dude. That dude is legit.
Yeah.
That dude is legit. Like and he was a 5-star coming out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And
That was a really big thing.
So when he committed, it was like, okay, so this guy's committed to Oregon. Let's see what he does. And injuries, I don't know, has really shined until his senior year.
His senior year,
His
yeah.
senior year.
He really stepped up that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I remember he had that interception where he almost scored.
Yeah.
I think it was like the 2 or 1 yard line where he got stopped. That's my number 1. I'll go to my number 2 after you.
This is an old 2005, 2008. Jairus Byrd. He was, I mean, just electrifying. I think he's the only cornerback in Oregon history to have 5 or more interceptions in 3 consecutive seasons. Yeah. A bunch of pass breakups. I mean, he was just really electrifying. And then also Steve Smith, a little bit older as well. Just the other guys. So who was your second?
Forgot his first name, but his last name was Muhammad.
Jabbar Muhammad from last year.
Clamps. When he transferred from Washington to Oregon, I was like, okay, we have a corner. And then I remember even playing, as I always play as Oregon whenever I play NCAA or EA college football.
Same.
And literally anytime someone tried to throw his way, and even in obviously real life, he did his thing.
He was really a lockdown corner. Safeties, Patrick Chung is my number 1 because I mean it's Patrick Chung. He was really good. And then a little bit, I guess he's actually after him is Eric Dargan. He played on that 2014 Oregon squad and you know had a lot of takeaways as a result because they were like the leading takeaway team in the nation.
I don't know why I can't think of any safety right now. I just don't think the safeties really did their thing there.
Verone McKinley, Brady Breeze, Javon Holland. I don't think Hugo Amadi.
In my eyes, I've never seen an Oregon Oregon safety really do their thing. It's always been the linebackers to the defensive line. Really think about it. When you watch an Oregon football game, what breakups do you usually see?
I mean, it's usually from corners. That's usually the people.
I mean, yes, from corners, but from safeties, they're supposed to be doing the thing over the top. So they're supposed to do it. I don't think I can recall in a recent time where safety has been so good I can be like, oh my gosh, like this is a player to watch out for as a safety. Now, obviously, I didn't know much of the defensive line, but like when you watch the games, they're getting the sacks. Like, most of the time, the ball's never getting out to go to the safety. So
it's good to have a good defensive line.
So yeah, in my eyes, I don't think I can really even if there was a really good one out there like you're naming, I don't think I've seen one that has really impressed.
Captured your attention, yeah.
Exactly.
No, I get you. Last thing, because you got to have a kicker. Aiden Schneider would be my kicker. I mean, I think he's 22 field goals in his career, second in Oregon history, and then I think he had the number 1 or 2 field goal percentage, and he's like number 3 in scoring in Oregon history as well, only behind Royce Freeman and Camden Lewis.
Even though I don't know his name, he was the kicker when it was Justin Herbert's first year starting. Who would that have been?
First year starting, that would have been, I believe, Aiden Schneider, 2016. I believe so.
It would have been him?
Yeah.
Then, yeah, probably him. To be honest, like I said, I was pretty much an offensive heavy guy. So
most people don't pay attention to the kickers unless they win. Yeah. I want to go through this guy real quick. He's my other flex character because he is just I mean, he played again, 1951 through 54, but this is the most insane stat line I've ever seen.
Okay,
so he had, in his career, 2,675 pass yards, 10 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, 770 rush yards, 4 rush touchdowns, 13 receptions for 197 receiving yards, 2 receiving touchdowns, 13 kick returns for 255 yards, 24 punt returns for 238 yards, 17 PATs kicked, and 70 punts. Oh, and I mentioned that he had the 18 interceptions. He caught those. He's number 1 in Oregon history in interceptions.
So you're
gone.
telling me he did all
He
that?
did all of that, and in a season he had 13 interceptions, which is number 1 in Oregon history. And when he left Oregon in 1954, he set the passing yards record. It's since been broken, obviously, but he set the passing yards record with like 1,300 or something.
Say his name again?
George Shaw, the only first overall pick Oregon has ever had.
How come we never heard about this guy?
I don't know. 50s, I guess.
Because in my eyes, that's like the equivalent to Travis Hunter and more. Like,
yeah,
you know,
he played
insane.
everything.
He literally played everything. Now that's it. That's crazy. It's a crazy stat.
I think so many people, and he was like 8th in Heisman voting as well his senior season. But yeah, I saw that when I was looking at things, and I was like, wow, I have just got to share this because it's crazy. But thank you for coming on here today. Yeah, it was nice to have you.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
It'll be very quick.
Yeah, no, you're all good.
Who is your GOAT?
My GOAT?
For Oregon history.
Oh, that's so
Oregon
hard.
Football
Oregon football history. I think that the easy answer is Marcus Mariota, Heisman winner, and he just did so much for the Ducks. 3 starter from his freshman year. I think that is who I would say is my at least offensive GOAT.
Okay.
How about you?
I think the easy answer would be Marcus Mariota as well. But for me, it is LaMichael James.
LaMichael James. You know what? That's as valid, honestly.
Yeah,
those two guys are iconic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming. Yeah. I'm Elijah Davis. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this Edog Pseudo podcast.